Hey everyone, it's Kristen. So it is Sunday, um, and for Saturday and Sunday we have Hulk. Um, you know, my favorite part about these are the stat sheets. So I can't wait to get his. I bet his for his strength and his durability, I bet it'll be sevens. I mean, because I feel like it's on a scale of 1 to 7, 7 being the highest because so far I think Hank Pym has had a 7 for intellect and intelligence, and Drax has had a 7 for durability. So I feel like Hulk will be a 7 in strength and durability, and it'll be interesting to see what stat he gets for speed. Because I know people often think the Hulk is like really slow and like cumbersome and stuff, but I feel like he's faster than people think. So I guess we'll see. Like if it's even in here. I mean, obviously I haven't run across it yet. So there's that. So actually probably unpopular opinion, but my favorite Hulk movie was actually the one with Edward Norton. I feel like that did a really good job of, kind of explaining Hulk and, the mythos behind Hulk. Not, I mean, it just, Hulk has been through so many characterizations, like, as in, smart Hulk, in where he retains his intelligence, and he had got to have a relationship with Betty. But I don't know. I think I don't want to say unhinged, but kind of Hulk is also really interesting because it just kind of, of course, the angrier he is and the stronger he gets, and the unhinged unintelligent version of him, of course, doesn't have those kind of like mental blocks, whereas the intelligent one does. Like, oh, I'm basically, he's holding back, and I feel like Superman does that a lot too. He holds back because he knows, okay, I don't want to actually hurt people. Not that Hulk, when he's unintelligent, actively tries to hurt people, but he's mad. You're making him mad. He's angry. So he's kind of like blind rage thing, not actively thinking, okay, I don't want to hurt people. So I don't know. The Hulk is a very interesting character, has a very interesting dynamic. I recently did Dazzler, uh, 6 and 7, where she meets the Hulk, and she kind of explores that because, of course, she even thought the Hulk was a monster because that's how he was, how he's was known, especially back then. And she meets him and discovered there's more than just, there's more than him, more to him than meets the eye. That sounds like Transformers, but that's the best phrase I can think of at the moment. So I'll put those in the comments below, and also the whole smart Hulk thing. That makes me think of the Incredible Hulk comic, The Secret of the Bachelorette Party, or the Bachelor Party. That was just a goofy, fun comic. I'll put the link for that in this description as well. It just, I don't know. It's a very goofy, just fun comic, and that's why I like it. I like the ones that aren't so focused on superheroing and fighting, but more focused on the everyday moments in their lives. I mean, I've talked about that before, with X-Men, especially. Like, Uncanny X-Men 244 is one of my favorite issues ever because the X-Women go shopping, and also see the dynamic between Rogue and Carol, Miss Marvel, after she absorbed her. And it just, of course, we don't have that anymore because they've been separated, but it was a very interesting dynamic. And you also knew when Carol took over because Rogue's eyes changed color from green to blue. So, and her way of speaking was different. So I just thought that was a really interesting characterization that they did back then. So anyway, I mean, I guess I could put that in the comments as well. I don't know. Probably won't, because that we're not really talking about the X-Men right now. Hopefully we will one of these days. Like I said, I doubt it'll be in this one, because this was probably like 75, and the new, you know, new giant size X-Men just made their debut in 75. So I doubt we will even see any of them. Maybe Wolverine, since his first appearance was versus, in Incredible Hulk 181, maybe, a little bit before giant size X-Men, his appearance. So anyway, we'll see. Like I said, I doubt it. I feel like we won't see the X-Men in here either, just because when it says Marvel, like Marvel calendar or Marvel art book or whatever, for some reason the X-Men are excluded. I guess because they have so many other properties to focus on, and X-Men are kind of treated as their own thing. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. So today, Loki, and of course his first appearance was Journey into Mystery 85, which was just 2 issues after Thor. And Dazzler's on the couch staring at me. I'm not sure. Like, sometimes I feel like she's trying to tell me something, like, telepathically. Like, I know that when she goes and sits by the doorway, like when I'm on the couch watching TV or reading or whatever, and she sits by the doorway to the hall, I know she's like thinking, okay, it's time for bed. Let's go to bed. Like, I can't go to bed until you go to bed. I feel like I've gotten that part, but of course it's too early to go to bed. So, and she has food and water, so I'm not sure what she wants right now. It's not to be on my lap, because she hardly ever does that. Anyway, sorry, I on a tangent. Okay, so this stamp was found in Thor number 228, October 74. Also appears in Cole the Destroyer number 14, June of 74. And they got this from Thor number 207, January 73. Art by Gil Kane and Joe Simonot. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce this, but this is actually a pretty cool cover. So that's where they got the Loki image for the stamp. And of course they changed it just slightly, because of course they didn't want to include, this figure in there too. It should be like Loki by himself. So, and just I pulled this out just to remind you, his stats card. So it's funny, I don't know if I noticed this before, if I listed this. It says real name Loki, occupation Norse god of mischief. They list that as his occupation. And he's actually 6'4" and 525 pounds. That is crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that, because he never appears as though he weighs that much. But I guess as Guardians, their bodies are different than ours. I mean, we don't have any. We have, I think, I want to say Balder, but I don't think I have that stat card right here. So I'll have to double check his and see, like, how much it says he weighs on there. Because, yeah, he is Asgardian. So anyway, I'll check that and I'll put that in the comments after I find that. Anyway, so intelligence 5, strength 5, speed 3, durability 6, energy 6, skills 3. I think his, like I said, mentioned when we were talking about Hulk, Drax has a durability of 7. And then I feel like energy wise, no one's had a 7 yet. So Yeah, and of course, intelligence, Hank Pym has that at 7. So Loki has actually been involved in the X-Men quite a few times. He was involved in the X-Men Alpha Flight story, The Gift, which is actually really interesting. One of the major things that happened is he gifted Puck a new body where he was normal size. But of course, everything comes with a price with him for sure. So I'll link the videos to that in the comments, and then the where he the X-Men and New Mutants went up against him, and that was where Storm became the goddess of thunder. The what if story, which actually happened in the comments in the comics. I keep saying comments instead of comics. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so I'll put that in the description as well. I mean, there's been a lot of interesting stories where him and the X-Men have overlapped because he just, he has his hand in, I feel like, everything. So anyway, I hope you will join me Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday for more of this video series, and I hope you will join me, in the future, or we'll check out my other videos. Like I have a lot of videos. Um, and of course the cat saga, if you're following that, the stray cat saga. So I usually post, nightly videos of that if they're, if they show up, which they usually do. Like last night, it was only Warren that showed up, so that was kind of sad. I missed Longshot, but anyway. So I hope you will join me again, and until next time, bye.